Hi, my name is Abir, and today I'm going to be presenting my Weebly blog which I have created for Unit 4 Project 1. This blog consists of my portfolio as well as links to my project proposal and final evaluation. I've kept my blog very simple and straightforward so it's easy to access the content. I've added a few images, but I've mostly just added like my work in there. So here I wrote a bit about my summer project and why I chose nature for my theme. Personally, I feel like nature is often overlooked, and as humans, we become distracted by other things in the world, and we tend to forget how important nature is for us because without it, we wouldn't be able to survive. I specifically chose to create art based off of flowers because they are proven to produce mood boosting endorphins and can elevate people's moods. So here I've written a bit more about my project and the main technique I'm going for, and that is lino printing. So these are two lino prints that I've created and used a lot throughout this project. So the one on the left is of a tulip and some leaves, and the image on the right is of these small flowers called Mexican orange blossoms. And the reason I chose to do lino is because I am well experienced with it and I just enjoy the process a lot because it involves carving intricate details into a linoleum block. And here are all of the images from my sketchbook that I've taken. So here, for example, I've made a mind map about nature and why I've chosen it. And I've also written about my specialist industry theme that I've chosen, which is fine art. And the reason I chose to do fine art is because it's a very broad theme, and I can really create anything like I want to in this. So there's no specific theme that I'm going for. And I've talked about the history of fine art, the prehistoric times, and in like how fine art was in the Middle Ages. And I've also put some images that I've taken during my free time of flowers and leaves and rocks, or like anything in nature. But I mostly chose flowers because there's more variety in flowers and there's like different colors and shapes. And here are more images I've chosen. These are some studies that I've created, so I've tried to some of them are really detailed and some of them I tried to create more simpler drawings because I usually tend to do the really detailed and detailed drawings that take really long. So then I thought I'd try to do simpler ones and also have more freedom in my work. And I've also, like here on the left, I have a wax printing I did. So I basically drew with wax onto paper, and then I got a graphite pencil and I like smudged all over the paper, and it created something a bit different to what I normally do. And I also did a fine liner drawing here as well. And yeah, I've done here on the right some images, so I've drawn them and then I've kept half of them like plain, so you can see how a detailed drawing looks and then like a more simplistic one. So like this purple flower, yeah, I didn't completely finish it because I quite liked how you can see like it's like a black and white drawing, and then in the middle you can see the like all of the colors, and like it's like a contrast between the two different styles. Here are some more simpler drawings I've done. So one of the artists that I'm going to be doing research on is Ellsworth Kelly, and he does really simple drawings, like fine line drawings. So I've tried to do some work based off of his style. And this is another artist I'm working on, like doing research on, called Carolyn Clayton, and she makes these really nice ceramic flowers. So she does other ceramics as well, but I was particularly intrigued by these ones of the flowers because I think they're really nice. These are some more that she's done that are a bit different. Another artist I've done is Jeffro Uito, which he carves into wood and creates these amazing sculptures of animals. And the reason I chose him was because it's a bit similar to lino printing, because you're carving into lino and creating designs. So that's why I thought it could be a good inspiration for me. And then I've done this artist called Lynette Weir, who produces prints as well, which are really nice. And similarly, there's another artist I've chosen called Rachel Newling, and she does really nice prints as well of flowers too, which I thought is perfect because that's what I'm trying to do for this project. And here's Ellsworth Kelly again. As you can see, he's done really simple drawings. They don't have any color in them, but at the same time they have a lot of detail, and they look really nice and simplistic. Claude Monet as well is another artist who's really famous because of his artwork. He's done these really nice paintings of flowers, and I really like the colors he's used in there, and like how they're a little bit abstract. And then here is Jan David Stahim, who is one of my favorite artists because he creates these really intricate and beautiful Dutch paintings of flowers, and I think they're really nice, and I like the colors he's used in there as well. And then here are some more images that I've taken during my free time for this project. And here is the first page where I'm starting lino prints. So these are some that I've created, and like I've written the process about them as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of variety I've done. Some of them like I've included even though they're not fully printed, because you can see how when you keep printing a certain like when you keep printing one of the linos, you can see that the ink kind of runs out. So I've done like this image here on the left. It's not fully printed, but it has like a cool effect to it. And then these are some that I've printed onto acetate because I thought it'd be a good idea, and it would kind of almost replicate stained glass windows. And I've also photocopied them as well, like some of the lino prints I made, so that's another process as well. And then here are some monotypes that I've created on the right. So I tried to do some quick drawings, not drawings, I did some paintings using ink onto a plate, and I basically transferred it onto paper. So this is a different technique for me because I had to do it really quick because the ink's going to dry. But I did actually quite like the outcomes. I think they're really nice. Here are some more. These are some paintings I did here on the left, and then I also explain the processes too, and what I liked about them. Then these are some more that I created on the left, which these are probably my favorite I've done because I like how they've turned out. Then I also wrote about ethical practice and sustainability, and I photocopied these images that I had written into my book, so I've done it in a A3 size so it fits the page. And then the creative process as well. Then these are some more lino prints I made. I really like these ones a lot because I kind of experimented a bit more and did something that was different, because I tried to create gradients and different colors. And as you can see, I also tried to combine both of the prints. So the one of the tulips and the Mexican orange blossoms on the right, I tried to combine them both so you can see how they contrasted but also worked well together. This is another lino print I made of some leaves from a money plant. I quite like them. They're really it's really like a simple print, but I think it also looks really nice, and I like how they came out. Here's some more as well. I'll also explain the process of them. And then this is just a quick watercolor flower painting I did. And I did quite like it, but I wish I used a different paper, because it was on cartridge paper, and it kind of creased the paper a bit when I stuck it in. And then here I briefly explain my ideas. So like for my first idea, and the second one, and the third one. I think the third idea was I used for my final outcome, and I was actually really impressed with how it came out. And then this is an additional activity we did in class. So we did drawings from using an easel, and we had to observe like a chair that the teacher had put in the middle of the classroom, and each time he would sit someone on the chair, and we had to draw from them. And whenever we drew, we couldn't look at the paper when we were drawing. So when we looked at the paper to check, we couldn't draw. So we just had to draw when we were looking away, which was quite different for me, but I did actually enjoy it. And then this is my final outcome I've created, and I was really pleased with them. I think they're really nice. I specifically like the one on the left, because I like the flowers, like the arrangement of the flowers more, and I do really like these frames as well. I think they came out better than I thought, and yeah. And then finally, here are some links to my files here. So for my final evaluation and my project proposal. So that's it for my blog.